see why. Welcome to LaGuardia Airport. That's not snowfall there. Lots of rainfall happening. And that is the reason. Planes like United, Air Canada, American, you name it, Spirit. We're not going anywhere today. I mean, it is coming down here at LaGuardia. I love it. So a little bit, I just got done with a trip here at LaGuardia, and I was going to double leg it back to LAX. In fact, no, yes, that's right there. Okay, that's at 128 HQ. Can't see it, but I believe that's it. 128 HQ is what I was non-ramping on, and I was in that window right there. The very last window, row 23D Delta. When they shut down all the corridors leaving from LaGuardia, so they gave them a reroute, but they had to come back to the gate to get fuel, and so yeah. And I knew I was going to misconnect in Nashville. That's where that's headed, to Nashville, to Los Angeles. So I just got off the plane and said, you know what, F it. I'm just going to bum it here at plane spot whilst I can. Alright. Oh, there is some movement happening now. Spirit's moving about. United's moving about. Endeavor is moving about. Let's see which one that is. 491PX. I've never flown that one. Oh, that's one ship number away from Kyle Effinger's plane. 109DU. Too bad it's not 108. You knew what 108's been through. Oh my word. Sing the song, whale. Lightning strike. Alright, 109DU, Delta Flight 962 has entered runway 13. Will they dare to take off in this? Will they dare do it? Is the Kyle plane +1 ready to risk it all? What do we have over here on runway 22? The visibility is dropping right again. This American Air 321 is November 994 Alpha November. Okay, I believe this guy over here is taxiing down runway 22 to get in the queue for runway 13 departure. The visibility has dropped to almost 0 for the aircraft that are waiting to depart. Every time I put the camera down, a blast of thunder is heard. Alright, 994 Alpha November, a plane that I personally just brought in here to lovely LaGuardia. Sunshine is poking through the cloud here now. Look at the water coming off of that building. Oh, holy F. Look at that. That's just a waterfall of water, isn't it? Alright, so that's Republic that has crossed runway 13. They're possibly going to get in the queue for runway 1, or for runway 13. Southwest doing the same. Right, he's going to get back into the queue over there on the other side of runway 22. 962 still in position, heading to Chicago O'Hare. 994 powering up their single engine. Has to be running on a single engine. They're going to power up to head into the queue on their journey back to Charlotte, Douglas, North Carolina. Look at all that water there. It's very important to taxi nice and slowly when you've got standing water on the ramp, because that nose wheel can be driven by the thrust. Be overridden rather. Alright, and just like that, visibility has returned here at New York LaGuardia Airport. The waterfall has subsided on that building, and I literally just turned off the camera, so. Alright, everything is back to having high visibility on the field here. You can basically see everything now. Are we all back in business? I'd like to say so, but only the controllers and the pilots will determine that. Alright, Delta 962 taking off in the Kyle +1, 109DU, heading to Chicago O'Hare. Sorry, I don't have tripod, but we're not going to get a lift off anyway. First one to take off after the storm. That United, I don't know who it was, but took off during the storm. That was gangster, man. Alright, that's enough. You know how I like to rip on pilots for leaving their strobes on. Right? Come on, R7, pick up the strobes. There you are. He left his strobes on. I did that yesterday in DCA. I was parked at the 119 block, or the runway 19 block, and my flashers were just flashing the whole time, and I was talking about to the first officer, I was talking about how morons leave their freaking lights on all the time. And I looked up when they told us to line up away. I looked up and I saw, oh shit, my flashers are already on. I was that guy yesterday. It happens, you know. You use them to cross runway 22 there. You use it when you cross runways, and then you get sidetracked looking at other stuff, and you just forget. You know, you just forget to turn them off, and that's no big deal. It looks funny. We all poke fun at it. But yesterday it was my turn, and I was that guy. Well, we got this guy. Let's see. They're either timing out or they're getting fuel, because he was just at the runway there. 205JQ. That's going to make that Republic. It used to be a Shuttle America aircraft. Shuttle America was an airline back in the day. Now it's Republic. So I'm venturing to say that they're timed out, or they're going to need to go back to the gate to get fuel. But they were pretty much next for takeoff. So yeah, all right. So it just happens, you know. Sometimes you just gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Ooh, look at that! So much visibility that choppers can get back in the air now. Heading back towards Manhattan, looks like, which is there. Oh yeah, look at this. These big money folks got places to go, people to kill, you and I to rob. So I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks. 2 weeks they say, right? It's been 2 weeks since I recorded this guy, and he still has his strobes on. Come on, Delta pilot, look at your switches. Just have to look up, that's it. That's all you gotta do, mate. But it's been like 2 weeks. He's still got his strobes on. I love that stuff, man. The other American in front of him is long gone. He's facing the other direction already. And I'd be in there, I'd be like, hey Delta man, hit your strobes, bro. Hit your strobes, come on, dude. But as I poke fun, we're about to have our first arrival post-storm blow by, in the form of Brickyard Flight 4500 inbound from Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're going to pick that up next. You can barely see it out there now. November 104HQ, 18-year-old E175 or 170, I can't remember. But that will be our first one, post-storm touchdown here. Let's get them a little closer. Alright, Abeam, Rikers Island jail facility. Now they're going to approach the approach lights. The threshold for runway 22 is nigh in sight. Well in sight. How would they do? Alright. First touchdown post massive storm here. Brickyard 4500. Welcome to New York's LaGuardia Airport. Right in the middle of the zone. Brilliantly done. What a show you've given them. The water is not standing so much anymore. That's because we have grooved runways, and the water gets deflected away rather quickly. You can see this. The tarmacs got taxiways that got standing water, but the runways themselves, they clear out really quickly on their own. Let us now welcome Brickyard 4500, the first plane back from the storm. What's going on? Is it the, oh, there's a truck in the way, okay. Is it because the ramp's closed? There's no wing walkers out here. Is the ramp actually closed again? Oh no, they'll be sat there forever. They'll be sat there forever. There's no jet bridge driver. There's no... Is that a jet bridge driver? No. There's no ramp personnel. Oh my lord. There goes one engine being shut down. Haha, they got no one to park them. No. I do believe the ramp's opening up though. Ooh, there's the big muddy guy leaving again. Zip Aviation, never heard of it. Oh, Endeavor, let's check this guy out. Have I flown this plane before? I think I have, yes I have. But the real question is, how long will it take Delta Airlines to turn off their strobe lights? I mean, he crossed that runway like an hour ago. And he still got his strobe lights going. 2 weeks. Give him 2 more weeks and he'll turn off the strobes. See, now Endeavor has their strobe light on because he's actively crossing the runway. That's what he's doing, he's actively crossing the runway. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. But when he crosses it, he turns it off. But this guy, he's changed directions, he's went to another taxiway, he's still got his strobes going. 2 weeks more. Alright, let's see what Endeavor kicks up. 303 PQ, that's one after the one that Delta broke in Atlanta, which was 302 PQ. Remember that one? When 503 DN took the tail off of it? 302, well that's 303. Alright, what will Southwest kick up over here? Nice. That's enough. Oh, Spirit 875 has answered the chat. They headed to Detroit. November 686 NK, which is a classic 321. IAE equipped. CO. Here comes another Brickyard coming in for landing on runway 22, the second to arrive. It's been an hour since the last one came in from Halifax. This one coming in from Charlotte, I believe. Ooh, nicely done. Let's say, how should we give him another 2 weeks? Let's give Delta another 2 weeks to turn off them strobe lights over there. The one that touched down was Brickyard 4548 from Charleston, not Charlotte, Charleston, the one that just touched down over there. Alright, what have we got here? 342 DN, will he turn on his strobes? Oh, he's turned on his strobes to cross the runway. That's the way you do it. You turn on the strobes when you cross the active runway. That's just the SOP, that's what we do here in aviation. Alright. Now this guy, we've given him 3 bouts of 2 weeks and he's still got his strobes going. He crossed that runway 1 hour, 46 minutes ago. And now let's see if his compadre will turn off their strobes once they clear the active runway. What sayest you? Will this Delta guy remember to turn off the strobes? Or will he be like his compadre and leave them on? Time will tell. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Turn them off. Oh, he's left them on as well. Let's keep looking for that tail light. Nope, he's got it. Yeah, he did it the right way. He's turned it off. Good job. American 1943 now to Orlando, Florida. Let's see what they can kick up. I want to see maximum. Well, there's not much water there, is there? That's pretty much dried out now. A little bit on the runway crossing, but that's it. This 7-3 just pulled back up to the gate. They bugged out of the line there, so. But at least Delta 974 is still flashing their strobes. Haha, yes. No F's given, bro. Like, what are they doing in there that they don't observe? They don't look up at all at their overhead panel to see the light switch still on. All right, next up is Spirit Wings 175 to Detroit Metro. What's on the bottom of the engine there? Let's see. Oh, okay. Alright, that's all I got, man. Fuck, I want to catch touchdowns. I love you, Spirit. I hope you guys survive, but I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Can we see happy people in the passenger bridge? Everyone in their delayed flights not going anywhere for some time to come. Now this is cool. JetBlue 471 to Fort Lauderdale. Look at that tail number 562 JB. That looks mighty familiar. But I've never seen an A320 look so beautiful in America. That's such a cute name as well, isn't it? But I have not seen the 320 looking like this. I gotta say, that is fantastic. Sorry, I was just blowing a fly off my arm there. But yeah, I mean, that is a beautiful looking airplane. For some reason, that tail number is really striking the turbojet's nerve. There's gotta be something to it. I just can't pinpoint it here, but I love it. Gorgeous looking livery on that aircraft there. Oh shit, check it out. Pretty soon the captain of this ship is gonna realize that he's left his strobes on forever. Because he's next to go. When he gets clearance onto that runway, he'll look up and say, oh shit, the strobes have been on for almost 2 hours now. Uh-oh. And then he might turn it off momentarily just to save face a little bit. I hope so though. I want to see that happen. And by the way, if you're another Delta jet just sitting there, why wouldn't you help your brothers out and just say, guys, your strobe's on? They don't even help their own. Well, I mean, I'll be like, hey bro, strobes. You know, you would say something very subtle. Just, hey, there's a both 372s. That's a real twofer. You know, you would be like, hey bro, your strobe's on, bro. And you didn't have to say who's saying it. You would just be that courteous and tell the fucking guy to turn off his strobes. Now, again, it's not a big deal. It's just hilarious, bro. It's the kind of shit that we poke fun at, bro. And I'm definitely going to do it right there. I'm definitely going to poke that fun every time I can. Right, 994 Alpha November, a plane that I was just on, has just flashed his big lights. Does that mean he's going to go? It should mean he's going to go. Oh, look at that view over there, man. Jeez. That's what they call Billionaires Row on 57th Avenue. This brickyard is the one from Charlotte. I just don't remember the name. Wearing Delta Connection colors. I've been here for 2 hours and change, and this is only the third touchdown. 500 footers or 1500 footers, okay. Former JQ, that is a Shuttle America plane. Will these guys take off now? Yes, they will. 994 Alpha November back to Charlotte Douglas. Peace out, brothers. That's it. All right, Delta Airlines is number 2 in line there in the queue for runway 13. He still has the strobes on. It's been 2 hours and 14 minutes. All right, but I'm telling you, when he becomes number 1, he's going to turn it off. I guarantee it. Oh wait, he's number 3. I didn't see that other tail there. All right, looks like Endeavor is going to be in position next, because this Delta A220 He's gotten his takeoff clearance. I think they're going to Boston. It's getting dark out here again, guys. All right. So we do have frontal clouds forming here. See that? The roll cloud, that's usually in the front of a low pressure system. So it might get nasty here again, my friends. It might get nasty, and I'm all for it, but I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because I gotta get the hell out of New York, man. I'm trying to get home. I've got no way to get home though, because oh, he's still got his strobe on. Okay, so now the plane in front of him has got his strobes on. Will he look up and notice that his are on now and now turn them off? Will that happen? No, he's still brain dead clueless. He still hasn't got a clue. He's been over 2 hours taxiing with his strobes on. Surely he's got to look up now to his light panel to notice it, surely, and to get them turned off. He's got to do it, come on. 770 Georgia, taking the runway there. Okay, well, he's given his lineup clearance now, so he would have seen it now. No, he's not giving his lineup clearance. Oh God, I want to see him turn it off. Just turn it off one time. Fuck. Cutest A320 ever is now crossing the runway with the strobe on. I can see it with my eyes, but I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There's a little bit right there. That Joker's still got his on. He's clear for takeoff. He's going to be cleared onto the runway. Will he turn it off momentarily? Nope. He just looked up and saw, oh fuck, I've been having it on this whole time. That would have been the moment he noticed it right there. That would have been the moment. Oh well. Shucks, I wanted to see him turn it off for a second, for a little bit. And then turn it back on, but no. Captain realizes I've had it on for over 2 fucking hours. I don't know why I'm obsessing. Why am I obsessing over this? Because there's no landings right now. There's no landings to catch, so I gotta entertain myself somehow, bro. Alright, Captain Happy, you have had your strobes on for more than 2 hours. Have your nice flight down to Atlanta, brothers. Keep them safe, will you? Alright, this is Endeavor 5156 from Pensacola, Florida. Now remember, the CRJ-900 is one of the most challenging aircraft to land smoothly. Typically at this point you have a nose up attitude, not a nose down attitude, which we've seen here. Maybe he's carrying a little bit of extra speed. But look at that, nicely done. XJ is a Masaba Aviation aircraft. 926 XJ. Well done. Captain Strobe's lights is now heading for takeoff. I bet those lights are really hot on the edge of those wingtips, aren't they? They've been burning for hours already in a stationary condition. Captain Strobe's heading to Atlanta, Delta 974. So, whoa, what's this? Delta 716 to Denver is taking off on runway 22. Alright, that makes all of this worth it. This is a first. Runway 22 takeoff. We won't see the rotation, I don't think. It's going to eat up all of this runway. Fuck. That's an awesome first, though. I'll keep looking though. Nope, nothing. Nope, nothing. Fuck.